Okay, so good evening to everyone. I think my voice is audible. I think you can see the slides here. Okay, so in the last class we discussed some of the problems in theory of inference. So now we will solve some problems in using rule CP, that is a conditional proof. Okay, so what do you mean by conditional proof? In the last class itself, I explained what is conditional proof. Okay, if a formula S can be derived from another formula R and a set of premises, then the statement R implies S can be derived from the set of premises alone. So this is rule CP. So if the conclusion is of the form R implies this, so this is the conclusion. So we take this R is as an additional premise, and derive what? S using the given premise and R. Okay, that is H1, H2, Hn are given premises. R is additional premise. So from this, okay, if we get S, is same as from the set of premises alone, we will get what? R implies S. So that is rule CP. So I think we'll go directly to the problem. I think last class we discussed up to problem number 8. Now problem number 9 we will discuss. Okay, the problem number 9 comes under rule CP. So derive P implies, you can see here, P implies Q implies S using the rule CP, conditional proof, from the premises P implies Q implies R and Q implies R implies S. Okay, so here you should assume this P is what? Additional premises. So these two are the given premises. So P is an additional premises. Using 1, 2, 3, we will get what? Q implies S. Then from these two itself, we will get what? P implies Q implies S. So that is the meaning. So what is the premises? Given premises. So by rule CP, we consider this P as an additional premise. Okay, and the conclusion is what? Q implies S. So first premises are P. This is P is an additional premise, and P implies Q implies R. This is the second premises, and third one, Q implies R implies S. What is the conclusion? Q implies S. Conclusion is Q implies S. Okay, now first, so I will take P. So rule P, this is additional premises. This P is what? Additional premise. And then this is the second one. P implies Q implies R. This is also our rule P. Rule P means if you are using the given premises, I will write what? Rule P. Now P comma P implies Q is what? Q. So P comma P implies Q. Yes, last class we discussed. Okay, P comma P implies Q is Q. So here I am applying the formula. That's why it is what? Rule T. And I am using what? 1 and 2. MP means actually modus ponens like this. Don't write like this MP or modus ponens. It is better to write the exact rule. That means P comma P implies Q implies what? Q. Okay. Now next I used 1 and 2. Still I need to use what? Q implies R implies S. Okay. Okay. Q implies R implies S. Okay. Sorry. Yes. So again, I'll repeat. Uh, P is an additional premises. Okay, and then I assume what P implies Q implies R. This is rule P, and P comma P implies Q is what? Q, that is Q implies R. Still, I need to use Q implies R implies S. Okay, final conclusion is what? Q implies S. Okay, next Q implies R implies S. This is the third premises I used here. Okay, next uh, from rule from 3, what is 3? Check it. 3 is what? Q implies R. Q implies R is equivalent to what? Negation Q or R. Negation Q or R. This is rule T, and I am using what? 3. Okay. uh, Q implies R. Okay, well, actually what Q implies R is equivalent to what? Negation Q R R. Okay, so this is I am using that. Next, uh, negation Q R R implies S. This is coming from again what? 4. What is 4? 4 is what? Q implies R implies S. So again, this is P implies Q means what? Negation Q or negation P or Q. The same idea. From this, from 4, I am getting what? 6. The negation Q or R implies S. Okay. Now next, look at these two. Now I am. This is actually P comma Q. Okay, or P comma Q. I'll write here. Next slide. P comma Q. P comma Q is equivalent to P and Q. P and Q. So this is also I told in the last class. Maybe I will show you. So what is the meaning? I will tell you. Okay. So I think I yes, here look at the first one. P comma Q is equivalent to what? P and Q. So now I have what? P comma Q. I will write what? P and Q. So you should remember all the rules and the laws. Then only you can easily understand the concept. Okay. So now this is actually what? This is P. This is Q. Okay. So now I Which slide? Okay. So actually, this is actually what P. This is Q. So I told that P comma Q is equivalent to what? P and Q. So what is in our problem? What is P? So negation Q R R. Okay, this is P. Negation Q R R. Negation Q R R. Okay, this is P. And then what is Q? Q is negation Q R. Negation Q R. R implies S. So this is P. Okay, this is what? Q. Everything. Okay, this is P. This is Q. Now, using this idea, I'll write this is equivalent to negation Q R R, that is P, and Q. Q is what? Negation Q R. R implies S. Close this bracket, close this bracket. Okay, now use distributive law. If I use distributive law here, that is negation QR, negation QR. Yeah, so negation QR, okay, and then what? R and R implies S. So by distributive law from here to here. So this is equivalent to negation Q R. R comma R implies S. So R comma means what? And okay. So R and R implies S is what? S. So this is equivalent to what? Q implies what? S. So this is actually I need. Okay. So you can see the slides now. Okay. Okay. So this is P. Okay. This is Q. Next step, directly I wrote this step, but I explained in the that slide. So here I am first the P comma Q implies what? P and the Q, and then I am applying distributive law. I am getting what? Negation Q R. R and R implies S, and then next step, negation Q R. R comma R and R implies S is what? S. Now negation Q R S is what? Q implies S. So we got Q implies S, assuming what? P is an additional premises, then you will get Q implies S from the set of premises alone. So sorry, you will get you will get Q, not Q implies S. You will get P implies Q implies S. You will get what? P implies Q implies S from the set of premises alone. So that is called what? Rule CP. So now I will go to the next problem. Because here the P is what? P is what? Additional premises. Okay, so again I will tell you here, using P is an additional premises and given premises, if I get Q implies S, we will get P implies Q implies S from the given premises alone. So that is called rule CP. Okay. Next problem, show that the following premises are inconsistent. Okay, actually here they will give some sentence. From the sentence you need to form the formula, and then after the formula you should show that what this is inconsistent. If Jack misses many classes through illness, then he fails in high school. If Jack fails in high school, then he is uneducated. If Jack reads a lot of books, then he is not uneducated. Jack misses many classes through illness and reads a lot of books. So first you should define what is okay. Look at here. I'll take P. P is what? Jack misses many classes through illness. P is Jack misses many classes through illness. And then I will take Q next. Jack fails in high school. Next, Jack fails in high school. Next, maybe PQR. Or you can take either he is uneducated, you can take, or you can take R is Jack reads lots of book. Okay, or you can take anyone. So R. So they will take R is what? Jack reads lot of books. And one more thing, he is uneducated. So S, Jack is what? Uneducated. Now, first one. What is the first one? Jack misses many classes through illness. That means P. If then P implies what? He fails in high school. P implies Q. Okay, the first line. Okay, wow. P implies Q. You can check it. P implies Q. First premises. Second one. If Jack fails in high school, Jack fails in Q, then he is uneducated. Next, Q implies yes. Q implies yes. Next, third one. If Jack reads lot of books, Jack reads lot of books means R implies he is not uneducated. Not uneducated means negation is. So R implies negation is. R implies negation is. You can see here. And one more, Jack misses many classes through illness. And reads lot of books. Jack misses many classes through illness means P and you know the symbol for and reads lot of books means P and R. Okay, P and R. Okay. So P and R. So the last one is what? Jack misses many classes through illness and reads lot of books. Jack misses many classes through illness means what? P and R. Okay. So we should show that it's inconsistent means finally should prove what? It's false. So you can see last one is what? P and R. Okay. We'll use these four premises and show that finally contradiction. So first I'll take P implies Q. Conclusion is what? F. P implies Q. And then Q implies S. From this we'll get what? P implies S from 1 and 2. I used, okay. Next, you can use contrapositive also. Okay. Negation S implies negation. Okay. So here they will use what? P and R. P and R you can write what? P. Okay, wow. Because I already told that P and Q is equivalent to what? P comma Q. So P and R is equal to what? P. Next you should write what? R. Next you should write what? R. Okay. Next S. How we get S? From 3 and 5. 3 and 5 and yes. 3 and 5 and P comma P implies S is what? S. S. Next rules P. Eighth one is what? Rule P means what? R implies negation S. Check panigo. R implies negation S. Okay. Still I don't use what? P and R. I'll use P and R. Only thing P implies Q I used here. Q implies S I used here. P and R used. Still I am not using what? R implies negation S. So that is here. You can see R implies negation S. So R comma R implies negation S is what? Negation S. So rule T and from 6 and 8. Now I have S and also negation S. That means P comma Q is equivalent to what? P and Q. I already told to you. Okay, wow. Wherever you have P and Q, you can write what? P comma Q. Wherever you have P comma Q, you can write what? P and Q. So that is yeah, next step S and what? Negation S. So from 7 and 9. So this is nothing but what? F, contradiction. So this is one of the way you can prove. Okay, but you can try in other ways, but it should be what? Logic, logically correct. You can try. Next problem. Okay, 11, 12, 13. So still three more problems, and then we'll discuss the remaining problem in the next class. Test the validity of the following argument. If I study, I will not fail in mathematics. If I do not play basketball, then I will study. But I failed in mathematics. Therefore, I must have played basketball. So this is a test the validity of the following argument. Okay. So I will study or I study, because here they are using what? I study. Here they used what? I will study. So you can take either I study or I will study. Okay, that is P. Okay, I will study is P. Okay, next I will not fail in mathematics. You can take, or you can take what? I will fail in mathematics. Also, you can take. Okay, that is up to you. But don't take both. Okay. So Q is what? I will not fail in mathematics. Okay. So next, or I do not play basketball. Or you can take what? I play basketball also. You can take, no problem. Then next I will study. I failed in mathematics. That's all. Okay. So I think everything is covered. I think so. Okay. So now we are going to write the formula premises. If I study, that means P implies I will not fail in mathematics. P implies Q first. Second one, if I do not play basketball, that means what? Or then I will study. R implies P. Okay. Next, but I failed in mathematics. So this is one sentence. I failed in mathematics means what? Negation Q is another premises. Negation Q. There full stop here. Therefore, conclusion is what? I must have played basketball. So conclusion is I must have played basketball means negation R. Conclusion is negation R. So that's all. So there are three premises. From this we need to get this conclusion. So remember, first one is what? Okay, you can use any one in the order. R implies P, they are taking, and then maybe P implies Q. So from this we'll get what? R implies Q, you can write. R implies P, P implies Q is what? R implies Q. Still I am not using what? One more premises, but here they are using what? Contrapositive. Negation Q implies what? Negation R. This is rule T. Still, what is in your hand? What is in your hand? Negation Q is in your hand. You need to prove what? Negation R. Okay, negation Q. Negation R is conclusion. Okay. So that's why they are using what here? Contrapositive. Because negation Q is there in the premises. So if I use contrapositive here, then you will get what? Negation Q implies what? Negation R. Next step, I will introduce what? Negation Q. That is rule P. Now P comma P implies Q is what? Negation R. So that's all over. The negation R is what? You can see here. Negation R is your conclusion. So we got it. So using what? 4 and 5. So next problem. Construct an argument using rules of inference to show that the hypothesis if it does not rain, or If it is not foggy, then the sailing race will be held and the life saving demonstration will go on. At the next, this is one sentence from here to here. Okay, one premises. Next, if the sailing race is held, then the trophy will be awarded. This is the second premises. And third one, that the trophy was not awarded. This is the third premises. Imply the conclusion. Conclusion is it rained. Now we will define one by one. First P. P is what? Either you can take it does not rain, or you can take it rain. It is up to you. So they'll take it rains. So Q. So you can take either it is not foggy or it is foggy. So it is foggy. They take. And the next QR. R is sailing race will be held. R is what? The sailing race will be held. PQRS. S is the life saving demonstration will go on. The life saving demonstration will go on. Okay. I think still we need to use what? The sailing race. The trophy will be awarded. So this one still I don't define because T. T is what? The trophy will be awarded. That's all. Now we will write the premises one by one. We will check it. First one, if it rains, if it is not rain means what? Negation P. Or, you know what is mean or symbol? Okay, negation P. Okay, negation P or negation P or, and then it is not foggy. It is not foggy means what? Negation Q. Negation Q. Okay, I think yes. Then implies the sailing race will be held. Sailing race means what? R and the life saving demonstration will go on. So R and S. R and S. So this is the first premises. You can check it. The negation P or Q implies R and S. The negation P or Q implies R and S. Okay. Second premises, read the line. Okay, where? Yes, if the sailing race is held. If the sailing race is held means R, then the trophy will be awarded. R implies what? T. You can check it. R implies T. Okay. The next, last one, R implies T. The trophy was not awarded. That's all. The trophy was not awarded means negation T. Negation T. Conclusion, it rained means P. So the third premises is what? Negation T. Negation T. Conclusion is P. Sorry. I think I done them. Yes. Yes, correct. Third one is what? Negation T. Okay, and the conclusion is what? P. Okay. So now there are three premises. One, two, three. This is the conclusion. We will use one by one and get the conclusion P. First, I will take first premises. Negation P or negation Q implies what? R and S. Okay. Next, negation P implies R and S. Actually, this is the crucial one. So actually, this one I want to discuss with you. Okay, look at here. So I think it's not working. Actually, I'll write here. This is P implies. Actually, this is what I'll write. P implies. Okay, R. This is Q. So please check it whether I am writing correctly. P implies. P implies R. P implies R. And then P implies R and Q implies R. P implies R and Q implies what? R. This is equivalent to PRQ. This is equivalent to PRQ. PRQ implies R. Implies R. So this one you should remember. So already I gave this list of formulas. Okay, you can check it. So now using this formula only, I am writing this one. So this is actually what? Okay, yes, this is, you can see, this is what? PRQ implies R is equal to what? P implies R and Q implies R. Okay. Next, you can write, this is P and Q. P and Q, you can write what? P comma Q. So P and Q, you can write what? First P, and also you can write what? Q also you can write. But I'm not writing Q. So from this I will write from P. What is P? Negation P implies R and S. From this I will write P implies Q is same as what? Negation of negation P. That is P, R, R and S. Now apply distributive law. If I apply distributive law, you'll get what? P, R, R, P, R, R and P, R, S. Distributive law. P, R, R and what? P, R, S. Now again this is P, this is Q. So P and Q is from this we'll get what? P. Okay, P is what? PRR. Okay, PRR. So next, PRR is equal to what? Negation P implies what? R. Next, contrapositive. Negation R implies what? Negation of negation P is what? P. Next, rule P. R implies T. I think R implies T is also there. R implies T. Still, I don't use what? Negation T. Okay. So R implies T. And then here I am using what? Contrapositive. So negation T implies what? Negation T implies negation R. What is the conclusion? Conclusion is P. Okay, conclusion is P. So R implies T, rule P. Now contrapositive, negation T implies what? Negation R. Negation T implies R. Negation T implies negation R. There is still one more premises. Negation T is there. Okay, that is rule P. Now negation T, comma negation T implies negation R is what? Negation R. Negation R. Next, negation R, comma negation R implies P is what? P. So we got the conclusion P. So this problem is little bit slightly little bit tricky one. Okay. Next problem, last problem. Show that the hypothesis, if you send me an email message, then I will finish writing the program. This is the first premises. Next premises, if you don't send me an email message, then I'll go to sleep early. And third one, if I go to sleep early, then I will wake up feeling refreshed. This is the third premises. So leads to the conclusion that last conclusion is what? If I do not finish write the program, then I will wake up feeling refreshed. So this is the conclusion. So I will write one by one. So P, you send me an email message. Q is what? I'll finish write the program. I'll finish write the program. PQ. Okay. Next. R, I will go to sleep early. I'll go to sleep early. Yes, I will wake up feeling refreshed. So that's all. So everything is covered. Now, first one, if you send me an email, that means P implies Q. Okay, P implies Q. That is the first one. Second one, if you do not send me, means negation P implies R. Okay, I'll go to sleep. Negation P implies R. Okay. Third one, if I go to sleep early, that is mean R. R implies yes. R implies yes. Okay, R implies yes. Next, okay. So leads to the conclusion that the conclusion is what? If I do not finish write the programming, so negation Q implies yes. Okay, negation Q implies yes. Look at conclusion, negation Q implies yes. Okay, so now we'll use one by one. Now P implies Q, rule P, and then negation contrapositive. Negation Q implies what? Negation P. Maybe I will use this one. Negation P implies R. Negation P implies R, rule P. Now use combining 2 and 3. Directly you can write what? Negation Q implies R. Okay, next R implies yes, you can write. Now combining these two, negation Q implies yes. Okay, that's all. We got the conclusion. So, I'll stop here. The remaining columns we will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you everyone.